in Romans 1:12, verse 12. And it just says, when we get together, I want to encourage you in your faith, but I also want to be encouraged by yours. Encouragement is such a powerful tool if you have it, because not everybody has it. Can everybody have it? Yes. But most of the time it's a choice. People, they just want to be encouraged themselves, but they don't want to give it back to others. And when you understand how God can use that to grow the kingdom, and and if you have a business, to grow your business, to be an amazing father, to be an amazing husband, an amazing friend, just an all-around much better person, that is a God-given gift, which is encouragement. And don't take it for granted if you do have it, because the more you encourage others, I believe not only will just more doors open, but you can inspire others to do it as well. And that can also plant a seed of questions that these people might start having that can eventually lead them to Christ. So whether you think it's a small thing or whether you think encouragement is a big thing, at the end of the day, I personally believe it is a really big deal in a world full of discouraged people. You are needed, you are wanted, and you are loved. I also want to add really quickly that, yes, I know in that context, it was referring to their faith. It is encouraging to see someone walk in their faith with Christ. But you can see how powerful it is. Because even if you have freaking joy as well, that is also an incredibly powerful tool in your arsenal. Because, I mean, you could be going through like the world's worst stuff and still be happy. That'll definitely make people feel weird in a in a world where everybody wants to be accepted. You are not to be accepted, Christian or not. Everybody is different. Everybody has an opinion. The opinion you need to pay attention to is Christ's. And he gives you his word to read. I would highly recommend getting a physical Bible. I mean, yeah, like a Bible on your phone through an app is okay, but if you really want to dig deep, get older Bibles, like from the 1800s. Because because these words, of course, there are different translations, but they have been changed all the time. Like a really good example is in Revelation. Not Revelations. People add an S to it. But in Revelation, where it mentions the mark of the beast, it actually says on. The current versions will say on your head, on your hand. But it actually says in your head, in your hand. And yeah, I mean, there are a lot of other examples, but that one really stuck out to me when I came across it. So I actually got a good R&O Bible. And if you're like, well, they're pretty expensive, dude, run by Goodwill. I got a massive Bible. It wasn't from the 1800s, but it was definitely from the earlier 1900s. I got it from Goodwill for like $1. So I'm telling you, they're out there and they're not expensive. And even if you go to a local church, they have Bibles. My church does, and we just give them away for free, because God's word needs to be heard, and God will always provide a way. He will always provide a way for you to get it. And on a deeper discussion, I know that it was brought up in a Bible study I went to a long time ago, but how can indigenous people who have no access to technology and the outside world hear about God? That's a really good question. Should I leave it like that, be a cliffhanger? No, God will still provide a way, and he does it through visions. And it's amazing how that works. So God will always make ways happen, even to those who are so far off the grid that nobody would think there would be a way where they would hear about him. But yeah, there's some incredible and powerful testimonies out there of tribes people hearing about Jesus. But you're not a tribesman, so you can go to the store or to your church and you can pick up one of these things. I'm telling you, books have a lot of knowledge in them, a lot of wisdom. All right, that's it. See ya again.